All right, on the program with us today, we have the stellar and amazing Deborah Page and Paul Yule, husband and wife team. How you guys doing?
Really well, thanks.
Excellent.
Good. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for being on the Northwest Convergence Zone show today. Let's talk a little bit about how you guys met. First of all, a husband and wife team, one from Tacoma. Deborah, Paul, you're a Seattle guy, spent some time in Auburn. How'd you guys come together?
I was living on Anderson Island at the time that we met. I was doing a fair singing, and he took some pictures of me. He was a longtime family islander, and so he took a picture of me, and then I was working at the local store there, and he came up to me and said, "Hey, I got some pictures of you. Can I have your email address?"
It works every time.
Yeah. I was going to ask, how many times did you pull that line?
Yeah.
So, yeah, and then we come to find out I knew his sister, his grandmother. I just had never met him, and yeah. And the Hawaiian shirt kind of set him apart from.
There you go.
Yeah.
And now you're a guitar player at the time?
Yeah. I've been a guitar player since I was about 18, with a about 8-year hiatus somewhere in the middle there. But, yeah, I was already a musician at that time.
Great. So you guys start dating, and then did you immediately start collaborating? Say, hey, I'd like to play for you, or how did that come about?
I had been playing guitar since I was 7, on and off. Just never really found where my direction was with that. And then when I met Paul, he had started talking about, well, you know, I do kind of electronic, and he was kind of introducing me to all this music that I had never been exposed to. And I said, well, you know, I play the 12-string. So one day we sat down and I started playing the 12-string, and he had his electric guitar, and he started just kind of laying some lead guitar over it. And it was just kind of an instant chemistry. I didn't even have to go, well, you know, maybe if you played this, and it was weird. It was just like it was meant to be. So that was kind of the first that we started just playing a little bit, and then nothing really much came of it till we went to Sanford & Son and opened a shop up there. And we played for a guy named Dave Graham in his guitar shop. He owned a little guitar shop. And I picked up a guitar and started playing it, and Paul started playing it, a lead over it, and he's like, man, you guys should do that live or do that for an audience. And we're like, oh.
Like, whatever. What are you talking about?
No.
No, we couldn't do that. I mean,
I'm a photographer. No.
Yeah, I said, I couldn't do that. People they wouldn't like it. You know, we're not that good. And he said, well, just try it. So I wrote a few songs, and we worked them out, and we played them. And then the very first time we played at Sanford & Son live downstairs, and there were people crying after I played Stay.
In a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah, it wasn't like...
They were like,
not because they're
no, how did we get up here?
Tears of joy.
I was like, don't worry, Deborah, that's a good sign.
That's a good They hate me.
They hate me. They're crying, but they're not leaving, so hey, maybe that's a good
Move
thing.
to tears is a better way to say it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, and what year was this?
Late
how long ago
2007.
So 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And you guys have been going ever since.
Right.
And now, Paul, you said you do photography. You have a photography studio, correct? Isn't that part of
At that time I did. I had a studio downtown for about a year and a half, 2 years.
So do you do all the photography for the website? It's stellar, my man.
Well, thank you.
It is absolutely amazing. We were talking earlier. The entire package of the Deborah Page Band, with the look, the sound, the website, and all all the I guess I call them costumes, your hats and makeups, unbelievably great. It's
thank you.
Absolutely amazing.
I had to ask you, I was looking at your first dance wedding video, and so you start off nice and slow too, and I think it's White Snake that you're dancing to, and I'm waiting for it to rip into the power chords, and then all of a sudden it goes into this Charlie Chaplin-esque type thing, and I was thinking, and then I'm glad I found out later that you guys were married, because I was thinking, so is this some type of joke? Because I think it even said on there that watch for the surprise, right?
Right.
And I think it was a surprise is that this is a really a wedding video, so
It was. We wanted to do something really unique, so we decided, and we had heard that song a couple years before we got married, and we thought that would be fun to do like a kind of a soft shoe top hat dance to that, but we wanted something that would just throw people, and it wanted to sound like the CD was skipping, so we were like, oh, what happened? And
Oh no!
Yeah.
that was great.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Our guest today, Deborah Page. Let's go into one of her songs. This is off of her CD titled 4. The name of the song is Stay. So the name of the song is Stay, our guest, Deborah Page. And I was looking at your influences on your website, and I noticed one of them was Tori Amos, who actually happens to be one of my favorites. But I think I found a replacement.
Oh.
That is absolutely beautiful stuff right there. There's no reason that shouldn't be on heavy rotation on a lot of the radio stations around town.
Thank you.
I think it's just awesome. Now, the CD4 came out in 2007, and it's on a complete independent label. You have no distribution. Do you have distribution on that?
No.
And but it's actually sold pretty well, hasn't it?
Yeah, we've sold over 1,000 copies of it. Just kind of.
We have 2 copies left till we get to 1,250.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we'll buy 2 on the way out.
There you go.
Well, tell people where they can actually get the CD.
Oh boy, CD Baby, Amazon.
iTunes?
Yeah,
iTunes.
download iTunes.
Can they order it off your site?
They sure can.
There's links from our site, yeah.
Okay, and then also I assume when the people come to see you, which I'm highly recommending that they do, you guys have them for sale there?
We do.
Yeah, we
have
sell a
them
ton
for
that
sure.
way.
Great, and now you're working on a new CD because that one came out in 07. Now we're in 2010. And how's that going?
It's going.
Yeah, let's talk about that. Now, being a husband and wife team, and you're working on collaborations, who comes up with the lyrics? Who comes up with the music? Is it do you come together and do it as a team, or somebody writes something down, hands it off? How's that work?
I usually do most of the writing and the lyrics to the song. I'll come up with something, come up with actually the melody, and then I'll hand it to Paul and say, what do you think about this? Do you like this? Do you think it's catchy? And how does this make you feel? And then he will write a lead over it, and usually a bass line, or we'll talk about, where we want this song to go and how we want it to sound. And so it's a collaboration. I couldn't do it without him, without the leads, because a lot of times I'm like, well, it's this way or that way, and he said, well, I think it should be maybe this way or that way. And so it's definitely a team effort, but I do most of the lyrics, all that, and he does the producing of the song.
Great.
In your videos, Mary Mac and Circumstance, for instance, you have a really kind of a minimalist quality that I really like about those videos that kind of gets you to focus in more on the music and not so much the video. I mean, it draws you more into me is the way it seemed. And I was wondering, do you enjoy the production of videos and that process, and how does that work for you guys?
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. We haven't done videos in a few years, but when I first bought my Mac laptop, I got into doing that, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. And it's kind of, minimalist, because it was like, I got to make a video really quick. What do I have? Oh, a bed and a cat. Let's do it.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah.
It was great.
More with less. More with less.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. Now, the website is DeborahPageMusic.com, and I highly recommend everybody go there. Also, you can link it off of our website, and I go there. It's lots of stuff to look at. The videos are there. You can hear the music there and see all the photography, which is absolutely amazing.